The once Eller slumped over, defeated, as a brown balut slowly shuffled by, trudging toward their new home. Then, out of the stump of the tree, popped a short, orange creature with a big yellow mustache. "I am the Lorax," he said in a serious tone. "I speak for the trees. You must stop cutting them down." "But I'm just making seeds," the once Eller protested, holding up one of his creations. "They're useful. People love them. You don't understand. You wouldn't be making seeds if it weren't for these trees," said the Lorax, pointing to the stumps surrounding them. "You've already taken the brown baluts' food and their homes. If you take any more trees, where will they go? What will they eat?" "Oh, look, an orange guy," said the once Eller, waving the Lorax off. "Who are you? What do you want?" The once Eller had never seen a creature like him before, and he wasn't about to let some crazy tree lover ruin his business. "Don't you recognize me?" asked the Lorax sadly. "I was your guide when you first came to this valley. I warned you about taking the trees. Didn't you listen?" "I don't remember an orange guy being here before," said the once Eller, scratching his head. "And even if you were, why should I listen to you? You're just a little tree-hugging animal. You don't know anything about business or helping my sneed business grow. Your sneeds may make you money, but at what cost?" said the Lorax. "The trees are a source of food and shelter for the brown baluts, but without trees, they'll starve. So please, once Eller, stop making seeds. It's not worth destroying this world." The Lorax knew that pleading with the once Eller wouldn't work. He was far too stubborn and selfish to listen to reason. So the Lorax did something he hadn't done in hundreds of years. He spoke the ancient language of the truffula trees. As the words left his mouth, the forest around them began to shake. Vines snaked between the trees. Leaves fell from above and covered the once Eller in brown and orange. The ground trembled beneath his feet. "What is this? Is a mountain falling apart?" he yelled, stumbling backwards. Atop the nearest stump, the Lorax shouted above the din. "Hear me, O mountain high and mighty, roots that run so deep. Come now, rise up and show him what he has done to us." From every stump, vine and leaf, the trees rose up and formed a great wall in front of the once Eller. Turn back, they cried. "Leave this place and come back only when you've learned your lesson well." Overwhelmed and frightened, the once Eller tripped and fell. "Stop it!" he cried, hiding his face in his hands. "I don't want to see those scary trees anymore. Please, Lorax, make them go back." The moment the Lorax had been waiting for had finally arrived. With a flick of his wrist, he turned to the mountains. "Return to normal," he commanded, and just like that, the trees sank back into the ground, leaving the once Eller alone with the brown baluts. Still crying, the once Eller ran into his factory. "Don't follow me," he sobbed. "I don't want any more talking trees or singing swans. Leave me alone." The Lorax watched him go, shaking his head sadly. Soon, the brown baluts lumbered away too, seeking a safer home. When the Lorax returned to his stump, he found something he never expected. A Suomi swan had landed on it, her head resting against his shoulder. She looked up at him and whispered, "I thought you could use some company." For a while, the Lorax and the Suomi swan sat in comfortable silence. Then the Lorax sighed and said, I'm afraid I might have been too late. That poor mountain has suffered enough. There's no fixing it now. You saved us, Lorax, said the Swomy Swan, nuzzling the Lorax. That's all that matters. We may be gone, but thanks to you, we can still live happily somewhere else. The Swomy Swan spread her wings, ready to fly away. Before she left, she leaned in and whispered to the Lorax, "Don't worry. Your friend may be grumpy and selfish now, but he will come around eventually. Just wait." With that, she took off and joined the other birds migrating away. The Lorax sat alone again, thinking of what the Swomy Swan had said. Could the once-eller really change? Would he ever care about what he'd done? The Lorax didn't know. As the days grew shorter and the nights grew colder, the once-eller felt lonelier and lonelier. His needs weren't filling anyway, and now he'd lost his friends, his home, and all of the beautiful scenery that had surrounded him. He hadn't realized how much beauty there was until it was all gone. One day, the wind blew through his factory, whistling a sad tune. The once-eller slumped in his chair, hugging his knees to his chest. Suddenly, he heard a knock at the door. Startled, he jumped up and peeked through the window. Outside, he saw a young boy holding a small package. The once-eller hesitated, wondering what to do. Should he let the boy in or send him away? Eventually, he decided to open the door. "Hello," said the boy timidly. "Do you live here?" "Yeah," mumbled the once-eller, stepping aside to let the boy enter. The once-eller gestured to the chair in the corner. "Have a seat." "Thank you," said the boy, sitting down. "So, what brings you here?" asked the once-eller. "I heard a rumor that you might be able to help me," said the boy. "Help you? Well, I heard you had some truffula seeds. Can I buy them from you?" "Truffula seeds? I don't think I have any," said the once-eller, looking away. "Please," begged the boy, "I need them. My dad and I used to come here to the valley when I was little. He told me all sorts of wonderful stories about the truffula trees, the brown barred balloons, and the Swomy swans. I miss those stories, and I miss him. He died when I was little, and I wish I could bring back the memories he shared with me about this valley. I hope you can help me." The once-eller couldn't believe what he was hearing. A young kid risking his life to come into his dangerous factory just to hear some stories about the valley. Touched by the boy's honesty and kindness, the once-eller got up and walked over to a box in the corner. He opened it carefully and pulled out a small truffula seed. It was the very last one. The once-eller handed it to the boy, who gasped in delight. "Oh, thank you, sir. You won't regret this." The boy put the seed in his pocket and stood up. "Then I'll be going," he said. "Wait," called the once-eller. "Come back here tomorrow. I think I have a few more stories to tell you." The boy turned around and smiled. "Okay," he said. "See you then." As the boy skipped out of the factory, the once-eller watched him go, a warm feeling spreading through his chest. When the boy returned the next day, the once-eller had many more stories to tell him. Over the next few weeks, the boy became a regular visitor. At first, he would come to hear stories, but soon the once-eller began telling him about all the mistakes he made and how he wished things could be different. One day, the once-eller told the boy, "I didn't understand then, but now I do. The Lorax meant that unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, Nothing is going to get better. It's not. The once Eller handed the boy the small truffula seed, the very last one. Plant it. Treat it with care. Give it clean water, fresh air, and love. Maybe, just maybe, the Lorax and all his friends will come back. The boy looked at the once Eller, his eyes shining with understanding. I will, he promised. The boy stood up, tucked the seed under his arm, and walked out of the factory. As he skipped away, the once Eller watched him go, a single tear rolling down his cheek. At that moment, the clouds in the sky parted, letting in the bright ray of sunshine that illuminated the path the boy was walking on. The once Eller smiled sadly and whispered, "It's not too late." Thanks for watching.